Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Study with Soumya. Make sure to subscribe this channel if you haven't subscribed till now. This channel is definitely going to be very helpful for you. Also, when subscribing the channel, make sure to turn on the bell icon so that whenever I'm uploading the video, you can get the notification regarding that. Right? Also, do join us at our Telegram channel. The link for the Telegram channel is given in the description itself. So make sure to join. Well, in this video, we'll be solving a coding question that is going to be helpful for you for your TCS and Accenture exam as well, because in both the exam you will be getting the coding question. And for coding, there is no another way, just practice what you can do. So in this video, we'll be solving a question and that will be helpful for you. So make sure to watch the video till the end. What else you can do, just share the video among your friends so that even they can know, they can also practice. That's what you can do if you are liking the content, if you are liking my work, right? So without any delay, let's start with the so the question says, you have been given an integer number n. Determine the number of cards needed to make a house of cards of n labels. So basically, you have to make a house of cards of the given integer n labels. So you have to determine that how many cards are needed for that. So this is what our question says. For example, if the input is 1, right? If the input is 1. So for one label cards, for making one label of house card, how many cards are needed? So this is going to be your level 1, and for this how many cards are needed? 2, because you can see in the output they have given 2. If you want to make a house of cards of level 2, so how many cards are needed for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see 7 cards are needed for that, and that is what we are getting in the output also. Next one, you can see for making a house of level 3, you can see we are getting 15 is the output, and for this you can see we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we are having 15 cards. We need 15 cards for making a house of level 3, right? So I hope you understood the question, that what basically question is trying to say. Now we have to understand the approach for solving this particular question. Well, see, not every question is all about algorithm and all. Let me tell you that this question can be solved by using a mathematical approach. So you have to use some mathematical concepts here, and the question is pretty easy in that case. So first of all, let's understand one thing. When the label is 1, when the label is 1, what we are getting? That we need 2 cards. When label 2 is there, we are having 7 cards. When label 3 is there, we are having 15 cards. And if you will check for label 4, so we will be having 26 cards. So this is how it will continue. One thing of notice, one thing that you can notice here, if you will take the difference of this particular series, so from here you will get 5, from here you will get 8, from here you will get, from here you will get 11, right? And this is how it will continue. So you can see what is the difference between 5 and 8, that is 3, and 8 and 11, that is 3. And if you want to determine the next number, so just add 3 to 11, that will be 14. And if you will add this 14 to 26, you will be getting 40. So this is for level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So for level 5, 40 cards are needed. You can see the difference is common, right? So what we can say, that this sequence is in arithmetic progression. The difference between the series, this is in arithmetic progression, and the common difference here is D. So you must have learned about this, that how we can make our series into AP, this given series. So for this we can write something like this: 2, 7, 15, 26, 40. Next is going to be 57, and write this series here like this. So 2, 7, 15, 26, 40. We have already done these kind of things, right? When we were making the series, we have already solved these sort of question in the school also, when solving the questions of arithmetic progression. That's why maths is very, very important, because it's not just limited to for solving questions and for clearing the aptitude part. You can see in coding also we are using the mathematical concepts related to arithmetic progression. So that is why aptitude is very, very important, no matter from which field you are, for which exam you are preparing for. Now just take the subtraction. Now just subtract all this. So you will be getting another series, that is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and this will give you 17. Right? Now this whole series is in AP. So what we can do, we can write this as 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus like this. Okay, this 2 is in not AP, so we have removed just this aside and we have taken all these numbers together as if they are in AP. Now let's suppose that this AP is going up to, let's suppose these are total n terms. So as if we have removed this 2 here, so these all will be n minus 1 terms, right? And you know the formula for AP, right? You know the formula for the sum of n numbers in case of AP. What is the formula? N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first number, d is the common difference, right? So 2 is aside. Next we are having, so here how many numbers do we have? N minus 1. So n minus 1 into 2a we have, right? So 2 into a is what? 5. 2 into 5 plus n minus 1. So n here is our, what is our n? This is n minus 1. So n minus 1 minus 1 we'll be doing into, what is d? D is 3, right? Divided by 2. That is what we have to do. So let's further solve this. N minus 1 into 2 into 5, that will give us 10 plus n minus 2 into 3 divided by 2. Let's further solve this. So 2 plus n minus 1 into 3n minus, if you will multiply this 3 inside, so 3n, and this will give you minus ka 6. So you will be having 10 minus ka 6, so that will give you 4 plus 3n divided by 2. Okay, so we were getting 2 plus n minus 1 into 3n plus 4 divided by 2, right? So let's solve this further. So let's do multiply. So 4 plus n minus 1 into 3n plus 4 divided by 2. So if you'll be solving that, so 4 plus, that will be give you 3n square minus ka 3n, 4n plus 4n minus 4 divided by 2. So this plus 4 and minus 4 will be cancelled, and then we'll be having 3n square minus 3n plus 4n, that will give us plus n divided by 2. N is common, just take it common, n into 3n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so you can see this is the formula we got, right? What is the formula we got? N into 3n plus 1 upon 2. So if you are putting here n equal to 1, see what we are getting? 1 into 3 plus 1, we are getting 2. If you are putting n equal to 2, so we are getting 2 into 3 into 2, 6 plus 7. So we are getting 7. If we are putting n equal to 3, then what we are getting? 3 into 3 3 is 9 plus 1 10. 10 divided by 2. So you can see we are getting 15. So you can see we are getting the number of cards, right? So for a particular label, and is what showing here label, we are getting the number of cards needed. So now what you have to do, now the question is pretty easy. You got this formula, so just simply take the input from the user and according to the given label, just apply this formula and you will be getting the number of cards needed. So now nothing is left in the question. So let's see the coding part of this particular question, and I'll be solving that in both C and Python. So here let's take an integer variable, that is n, and one more integer variable for storing the result. Now this n is what? The number of labels that is given by the user as input. So ampersand n. Now res equal to, so in this we'll be just using that formula that we have derived, that is 3n plus 1, and here it should be multiplied. So 3 into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? And simply what you have to do, so just whatever will be the number of cards that will be stored in res, so we have to simply print the value of res and we are done, right? So let's run our code. You can see now the code is very easy. It's hardly 4 to 5 lines only. The only part that was complex kind of, is that you have to do this mathematical calculation, right? You have to apply the concepts of arithmetic progression that we have read in the school or so. So let's run our code now. So let's give 3. You can see we are getting 15. Let's give 4. So 4 we are getting 26. Let's give 5 this time. So for 5 we are getting 40, right? So now let's do the same thing in Python. So here we are taking an integer input from the user. So we have to do the type conversion, because by default input function consider everything as a string itself. Now what we have to do, so simply just the formula that we discussed, we have to do apply that. So 3 into n plus 1 divide by 2, and simply we have to print the value of res. So that's it, just in 3 lines the code is done. Let's run the code. So if we are giving 4, so you can see we are getting 26.0. Well, yes, so one thing is there, that in case of Python, if you are using single division operator, so that will be giving you a floating point value. Those who are aware of Python, that they know that, right? So that's why you have to use float division here. Let's run this now. If you are giving 4, so you can see we are getting 26. If we are giving 5, so you can see we are getting 40. So that is working fine. I hope you understood the approach and the code as well. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and be a part of our Telegram channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.